Hi there, I'm Rose Jordan with Visit Mineral Wells, and I'm here at Clark Gardens with Carol Montgomery, the Executive Director here at Clark Gardens, and with Bridget Goldstein. And in a moment, Bridget is going to take us on a tour and talk to us about the Labyrinth here. But first, I wanted to ask Carol to share with us about the new Grove Festival that they have in March and their model train show that they have in September. So Carol, let's start with the Grove Festival.
The Grove Festival is a month-long festival throughout March, and its tagline is enriching lives through wellness, art, and nature-based activities. So that includes a whole lot of stuff, but we had fun doing everything from jewelry making to yoga to learning about the Labyrinth to cooking class to
a little mini retreat.
The mini retreat where we did a journey to wellness, and then the last day was our kind of blowout day when we had 10 experts come in and be available to the guests, all about bees to trees to chickens, and including other things. So, and barbecue cook-off, which I'm not quite sure that has a lot to do with wellness.
That's all right.
But plant sales, it was just a great day. Kids came out, there was a petting zoo and a bounce house and lots of vendors. But I think the thing I like about Grow Best is that it allows us to collaborate with our neighbors. We bring in a lot of other teachers, a lot of other people who have the shared same interests as we do of promoting health and wellness. And so it's a really cool event.
Yeah. It was really great. It's one of my favorite things about a lot of our businesses and our attractions here in town is the collaboration. So I know for this event you partnered with Let's Grow Crazy, the community gardens, Crazy Water, the tourism department, the hospital, local artists. I remember seeing a local potter doing a pottery demonstration.
Yes.
So I love that. You know, I agree. That's I think my favorite part about that festival too is all of the community collaborations happening there. So that's a good one.
Yeah.
All right, and then tell us about the model train show. It's been going for a while. How many years?
Oh, I would be lying if I told you a date. At least 10, if not more. I think we took a hiatus once during the drought, but it's always the weekend of Labor Day, not on the Monday, but on the Saturday and Sunday. Visiting train clubs come in and display their trains. We have all ours running, and it's children running in and out and excited, and history buffs, train buffs. So it's a really fun one, and to me it signals the end of summer. I'm not sure that Mother Nature agrees with that, but I'm going with it.
Yeah. Yeah, so good. And yeah, so I love that one because over at the model train station, there are 5 trains that are always running, some overhead, some down below, in and out of the building. So it's a really fun, really fun event. And I know the kiddos love it. And I say kiddos, but some of those kiddos are 70 and 80 years old and just having a great time.
Yes, I would agree. I always say children and men are particularly fond of the train show.
Yeah, which sometimes can be the same.
Yeah, that's... We're on the same wavelength.
Yeah, there you go. All right. So you can see here we're under the historic tree trail sign. The reason we're starting here is to kind of help orient you if you're here at the park. It is a large botanical gardens. It's beautiful with multiple ponds and places where you can feed the fish and ducks and rose gardens. But this will help you find your way to the Labyrinth because it's right behind us. And you can see we're at the head of the trail to the historic tree trail, or one of them, because there's another one down.
Yes.
So if you come to, you just come down to this sign and you'll be able to walk just a few feet back here behind us and you'll see the Labyrinth. So follow us back there, and Bridget's going to tell us all about this Labyrinth and labyrinths in general. So Bridget, before you take us and show us around the Labyrinth, tell us a little bit about what they are, because I know a lot of people will confuse labyrinths and mazes, and there's a big difference.
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about what labyrinths are and kind of how they're different from mazes.
So a maze is something that is used to entertain, confuse, kind of not really a calming
more of a challenge.
Experience, more of a challenge, a mind challenge, where the labyrinth is a tool to calm the mind, to calm the soul, to actually get you focused,
Okay.
or get you some answers. So with the labyrinth, there's only one way in and one way out. So there's no
Okay.
way to get lost.
Right, and
In
with
a
the maze,
maze,
there could be a lot of wrong turns.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
So you kind of touched on it. It helps to calm, but why? Like, what is it about a labyrinth? Why do people come? Walk them. How does that help you calm you down?
Okay, great. I love that question. A labyrinth is a spiritual tool. So this particular labyrinth, we set the intention for it to be a healing labyrinth, because at the time I was working with Clark Gardens, there's just a lot going on in the world, and still is. Mm-hmm. So we thought it would be great to have a healing labyrinth. So there's a lot of intentions in the labyrinth with energy, with prayers. People have come and actually sit on the space before the labyrinth was created and just prayed, meditated, and that type of thing with that. So, and there'll be more to come. There's actually a group called the Keepers of the Labyrinth, and we hold space for the labyrinth and everyone that walks it.
Okay. So you said this one is a healing labyrinth. Do all labyrinths have a sort of a purpose, like healing, or what would be some of the others?
Generally, they do. There's healing. There is peace.
Okay.
There's focus.
Okay.
All different types of things.
Okay. All right. Well, okay. So walk us through basically walk us through going through a labyrinth. If you were bringing somebody on a guided,
Yes.
maybe a meditation or a guided walk through that, what does that look like?
Okay, so at first you come to the opening. Remember, there's only one entry and one exit. You would come to that opening and you would stand in front of the opening and just hold that space in reverence and set an intention. Do you want to, for example, do you want healing for yourself, for a loved one, for a friend? Or do you want to know some questions to things that have been going on in your head?
So it doesn't have to just be seeking healing to come here.
No. Any labyrinth you walk, you can walk for any type of reason.
Okay.
But this one here is specific to healing, and I think when you walk it, you will feel the healing coming up from Mother Earth, and just really giving you a big hug. Yeah, I know I do.
Okay, so talk to us about, we're going to walk it in a minute, but talk to us about how that actually works. If there's only one entrance and it's the same exit, how does that work?
Yes. So when you're walking the labyrinth, usually you'll want to wait a minute if anyone is in front of you, because you will get to the middle and then you might cross paths. If you do, not a problem. It's okay. But you'll just go one way in, and as you're going in, you want to really release everything that you're holding, because I know when I go to a labyrinth, there's a lot of stuff on my shoulders. So I just want to put it down as you're walking the path to the center and be very mindful. That's another thing that the labyrinth does, is let us be mindful. Just be mindful of what your soul is telling you, and the trees, and the water in the back.
And the birds cooing.
You will get so many messages. And it might be, that fight I had with my dad. I'm just going to lay that down here. You can totally pick it up if you want when you come back. But for now, let's just lay it down.
Okay.
So we'll go through that, and then you get to the middle. And when you get to the middle, you're all clear. So you're ready to receive any messages that you might get from God, the Holy Spirit, or whatever language that you have for that.
Universe.
And when you get done with that, then you go back.
Okay.
And when you go back, it's so cool, because the same things that told you to lay stuff down will invite you to pick things up. Like, oh, remember that tool that you had? Remember that little exercise that you had? Why don't you go ahead and try to do that to fix this? And as you go out, you'll have all your toolkit ready for you.
Okay.
And then, of course, when you go out, you think and go on about your day. I recommend journaling after.
Okay. Yeah, I can see that for sure. All right, well, Bridget, you want to take us on a walk and show us,
Sure.
just let us see what it's like.
Sure.
All right,
Okay.
thanks.
So I've set my intention to give me peace and clarity. I'm going to go ahead and begin. And as I turn this corner here, the universe is reminding me that life itself is a turn of a corner. Everything can change. No need to worry, no need to be upset. And here we find ourselves in the middle. And as I'm standing in the middle, I feel a huge hug, both from the sun coming on me, the water, the trees just hugging me. And I'm getting some messages, lovely messages. They say you are beautiful, you are strong, and you got this. Thank you, thank you. And now I'm going to walk back out the same way. And if you have anyone that's coming your way, you can just step on the colored and they can come through. There we go. And here is the end. I thank the universe and step out.
So, Bridget, thank you. One of the things that we noticed when we were finishing up is Carol mentioned she wasn't sure at one point if she'd hopped off the track or if she was going the wrong direction. And you said there's actually no wrong way.
There is no wrong way to walk
Okay.
a labyrinth. You
So
can
if you
just go around
find
it.
yourself off the path.
Yep, just find where you are feeling the vibe
Okay.
and keep going.
Step in and
You also don't have to do the whole thing. You can just do like the outside or just go to the inside
okay.
and sit for a while.
No rules. All
No
good.
rules. No
Okay,
rules.
That's good. Well, thank you. I did want to ask, where can people find out more about labyrinths? And I know sometimes you offer like guided meditation walks and
Yes.
stuff. How can they find out about when you're doing those if they want to?
I will get that link to you very
Okay.
soon.
Okay.
You can find out other information about labyrinth, such as the styles, where they are. There's a nice labyrinth locator that is available on the labyrinthsociety.org.
Okay. Okay. Awesome.
Yeah.
And then Carol, information about the Grove Festival and about the model train show. Those are all on the Clark Gardens website.
clarkgardens.org.
Yep. All right. And so we'll drop the link to that in the description. And then the links that Bridget shares, we'll put those in the description. So if you want to learn more about Labyrinth or join us for one of the events here at Clark Gardens, we'd love to have you. And if you're just ready to plan your trip to Mineral Wells, especially if you're looking for a good wellness getaway, we have all the things. And so we'll drop a few more links for trip planning ideas in the description, and we'll see you next time.